Let's Science is brought to you by the StarQuest Production Network and is made possible by our many generous patrons. If you'd like to support the podcast, please visit sqpn.com/give.
3, 2, 1.
We live in a universe of scientific wonders.
Every day, scientists are inching towards breakthroughs which can change our lives.
We're playing our small part in sharing these wonders with you.
That's why today is a fine day for science.
So let's science.
Right, so for this episode, I wanted to talk about 10 significant scientific discoveries of the last 100 years. Okay, now this is a bit plus or minus a few years, okay, because there's a few things I wanted to include. So what we're going to do with this one is I have a list here of those discoveries, chronological order, from number 1 to number 10, starting number 1 being the earliest discovery, number 10 being the most recent discovery. And what I've asked you both to do is I have given you a list of the discoveries with no dates. And what I wanted you both to do is come up with a list of the discoveries in the order where you think they came. So in the order that you think they were discovered in terms of date, okay, in terms of the year.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from number 1, the earliest, to number 10, and each one I'm going to ask you where you had it on your list. Okay?
Okay.
Right.
So yes. All right.
Good.
Let's do it.
So starting with number 1, the earliest one I had, and I had to include this one because it is a major discovery. It's a bit out of the 100 years, but it's okay. In 1915, we had the theory of general relativity. Number 1.
Dope.
Oh, I had it at number 2.
You had it not close, Lindsay?
Yeah. Relativity, I had it as number 4.
Number 4. Very good.
Lino's, you're the quiz master.
You are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. So very good guesses. Very good guesses. So I will tell you a little bit, just
Relatively speaking.
generally. Okay.
So, Caroline,
All right.
Was that when was the theory of general relativity?
In 1915. So I'll just give you a little rundown.
What's the first one?
Yes,
Okay,
number
cool.
1.
That's awesome.
So Einstein published his theory of general relativity in a series of papers, with the final paper titled The Field Equations of Gravitation, published in November 1915. The theory of general relativity provides a mathematical description of the relationship between matter, energy, and the curvature of space-time. It predicts how objects move and interact under the influence of gravity. It also explains phenomena such as the bending of light around massive objects, which is called gravitational lensing, and the existence of black holes. General relativity has been successful in explaining and predicting a range of gravitational phenomena in space, such as the movement of planets around the sun, the bending of starlight around massive objects, the expansion of the universe, and it also predicts the existence of the black hole regions of space-time with such a strong gravitational pull that nothing, not even light, can escape from them. So it's quite a significant discovery, and I felt like I couldn't go on without having that one in there.
That totally makes sense. Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Definitely. Wow.
And I couldn't get more wrong.
How's it feel? Okay.
I am so in your shoes right now. Don't worry.
Let's see how we go now. All right. Number 2 was the development of quantum mechanics in 1924.
That's nice.
Oh,
Where did we have it listed, Lindsay? That's nice.
Sorry, was this quantum
yes,
mechanics?
quantum mechanics.
Number 6.
I had it worse. I had a number 9.
Number 9. All right.
Just a few centuries off. No, sorry, a few years off.
Yeah.
So you need these basic things before you can do a lot of the other stuff. But anyway, just letting you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But that's fine, because if you don't know much about quantum mechanics, then you probably wouldn't understand. So that's fine. So
That's me. Yep.
So let me tell you about quantum mechanics. So the phrase
Lino, let's drink together later.
the phrase quantum mechanics was actually coined in German as quantum Mechanik by the group of physicists, including Max Born, Werner Heisenberg, and Wolfgang Pauli at the University
Wolfgang. I'm sorry.
at the University of Göttingen in the 1920s, and then it was first used in Max Born's 1924 paper named Zur Quantenmechanik. The term has now become a theoretical basis for explaining atomic bonding, molecular structure, how molecules react between each other, etc. And actually, it's a super interesting and complicated topic, but it does give some great insight into how atoms and molecules behave. I remember learning about electron orbitals in an atom, and it was really helpful for visualizing how atoms look and behave. You know, during university, there's like an amazing topic. It's so abstract, but so awesome. And on a practical note, it's actually led to advancements in physics, in electronics, and quantum computing.
Cool.
So that's a really cool one. If you have time to go look up electron orbitals, please do. It's cool. All right.
Now, if my eyes are shifting around, I am listening. However, I'm just monitoring
The dog situation.
Yes, the dog
Well, I have a very well behaved
All
cat
right.
here, just sleeping.
Yeah, cats like
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
Number 3, I had, ready? The discovery of penicillin. And this was
I had
in...
it on number 1.
Well, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lindsay?
Yeah. Wait, sorry. The discovery of
Yes.
penicillin?
Yes.
Was it? I had it as number 2.
Okay, close. Okay.
Close. Yeah.
And this was in 1928. Also, another interesting thing we all learn about in biology and microbiology, etc. So, Alexander Fleming actually accidentally discovered the antibiotic properties of penicillin. He found mold growing on a petri dish of Staphylococcus bacteria. He noticed that the mold seemed to be preventing the bacteria around it from growing. They had the bacteria, and then around it there was a whole big space. He soon identified that the mold produced a self-defense chemical that could kill the bacteria. This led to the development of the use of penicillin as an antibiotic in medicine, and it revolutionized the treatment of infectious diseases. It saved countless lives and opened the door to the development of numerous other antibiotics to combat bacterial infections. So a major, major discovery, because without antibiotics, I think a lot of us will have
Honestly, a
been
lot of us.
sick for a long, long time, waiting for the body to,
Yes.
like when you get say like a sinus infection, which I've had a few of, an ear infection, you cut yourself, you have an infection. A cat may bite you and you get an infection. Without antibiotics, you could actually die. So this is a very,
serious,
very
yeah.
Definitely.
important discovery.
I actually also discovered penicillin. I wasn't the first one, but I did
Yes.
discover it. One day I was at work and I was typing away at my computer, having my coffee, and then I went home, but I forgot to wash my coffee cup, and there was a bit of coffee at the bottom. And when I came back,
Penicillin.
just bacteria
Fantastic.
everywhere. So penicillin,
Nice-
molds, no wet
nice
molds, not bacteria.
green,
Yeah.
green molds in your
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah.
Bit of black in there too.
Yeah, but sadly I wasn't the first one to
No.
discover it. So I can't claim credit for it. So, there you go.
Funny.
Oh, wow.
Well done, Lindsay.
sorry, everyone. It's
Congratulations
our 100th show.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
for being about the 5 millionth person to,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
discover it.
Surely I should get something for
Yeah,
that.
congratulations.
At
A
least.
clap.
Just-
You're welcome.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much. I do it for the people.
You do.
Yeah.
Your heart's in everything, Lindsay.
It is, yeah, in the right place. Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for number 4? Okay. Are you ready? The structure of DNA. So the discovery of the structure of DNA, which occurred in 1953. Where did we have that? So I have it at number 4.
Oh, I had it at number 6.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm in the zone. I had it as number 3.
Good. So those two are
Ooh,
pretty close. Penicillin, DNA, they're not
Yeah.
bad. Okay, good.
Yeah, I just thought they might be related
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
Good work. There's a lot of discovery happening around these times.
Can I just say at this point very quickly, I feel very, very certain, at least about the last one. So I might be setting myself up for humiliation now, but I'm betting my bottom dollar that this last one is right. But if it's wrong, You're doing the next 100 episode on your own, guys. Go for it. Yep.
Goodness.
It's
goodness.
okay.
walk away
You're just
shame.
feeling a bit of what I felt last quiz, Lindsay. It's, yeah.
Yeah, it's your last
All right.
quiz. Yeah.
So let me tell you about the structure of DNA. So this is accredited to James Watson and Francis Crick. They presented the double helix structure of DNA to the scientific community. They unveiled the mechanism of genetic information storage and replication. This discovery has provided the foundation for modern genetics and modern biology, enabling advancements in fields such as genetic engineering, personalized medicine, the understanding of inherited diseases.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But what is not taught in biology class, and it wasn't taught in my biology class, is that when I was learning about the discovery of the DNA helix, is there was another contributor who put a lot of work into discovery. She photographed and discerned the DNA structure. She didn't actually know exactly what she was looking at, but Watson and Crick did, and her name was Rosalind Franklin. However, it's Watson and Crick who took the credit for the discovery. So just wanted to mention that. And there were a few other people working on it, but they were the ones that clicked on it and said, this is it. So a few people did actually contribute in that work of, trying to determine the structure of the DNA helix.
Wow. Wow.
All right. So number 5. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
This
Okay.
was when man first set foot on the moon in 1969.
Oh, well, I had that at number 4.
Okay.
When
okay.
number 4
okay.
was.
Close.
Roll out the red carpet, blow the trumpets
Yes.
of victory.
Yay,
I got this one.
got a number
I got it.
5. Fantastic. Well done.
That's it.
Well done.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I want to thank my mum, Elvis, and Neil
Okay.
Armstrong for that one. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. So the Apollo 11 mission was when they sent men to actually go and land on the moon and step out onto the moon. And it was made up of 3 astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins.
Or Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and the other
Yes,
guy.
which I was going to mention is what people hardly
Sorry,
ever mention
sorry.
him because he actually didn't step onto the
Yeah.
moon. He was orbiting while waiting for the other guys to finish up and get back into the ship so they could go home. So
He was kind of pivotal to the
he was
mission, though.
extremely pivotal. Without him, they wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Read about it. It's an amazing mission if you haven't already. So Apollo 11 was launched on July 16, 1969 at 8:32 a.m. They left the Launch Complex 39 from Kennedy Space Center with the goal of performing the first human landing on the moon. They entered the moon's orbit on July 19th. Michael Collins was the command module pilot and orbited the moon but didn't go onto the surface. Buzz Aldrin was in the lunar lander. He was the pilot. And Neil Armstrong was the lucky first man on the moon, with Buzz Aldrin following. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin performed many experiments while they were on the moon, and they brought back moon rocks, which are still being studied today. And also some of the experiments which they performed were placing the seismometers on the moon, which we have spoken about in previous episodes.
Yes, we have.
So
Yes, yeah.
quite cool.
Yeah.
Like one of the
Wow,
amazingest
nice.
things in the whole world.
And in one episode, I spoke about, and I forgot what it's called, but there was this amazing documentary with great footage that had been colorized and fixed up and brought into sharper contrast.
Yes.
Where they showed the launch of that mission, and that documentary was.
Yes.
I think I mentioned it was so inspiring that I watched it on a
Yes.
Friday, and then I watched it again on a
Yeah.
Saturday morning. It's
So
absolutely
good.
beautiful. It was free on streaming, but I don't think it's free anymore. But
Okay.
And a few
So it was
years
brilliant.
ago when they celebrated, I think it was would have been how long? The 50th, I don't know, 50th year or something like that.
Yeah.
There was on YouTube the actual streaming of the landing of the moon, the whole from the beginning to the
Yes,
end.
yeah,
And I actually sat and watched the
Wow.
whole thing, and it's like you actually
Yeah.
watching it for the first time. I highly
it, so
recommend
good.
if you can look that
Yeah.
up on YouTube. Please
Yeah.
do.
Nice.
Which is amazing when you think about it, because the next time it happens, we probably will be watching it on
Yes.
YouTube, right? Not now.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is
Cannot
true.
wait.
That is true.
Cannot
Yeah.
wait.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
All
stunning.
right.
Yes. Cannot wait. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Number 6, I had here the discovery of the first exoplanet, and that happened in 1992.
Mm.
Okay.
I had that on number 8.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I actually had it. I had it as the oldest one.
Uh-huh.
I just felt like I was wondering if maybe there was like a Copernicus or someone who might have seen an exoplanet in a like a classical.
An
scientist,
exoplanet is a planet not in our solar system. Yes. So I don't know if
you're
you would
right.
have seen
Yes,
out
so
of our solar system, but good try.
Yeah.
That's good because
Yeah.
like Galileo saw the Galilean moons of Jupiter. So amazing. Yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, they wouldn't have been able to see that far out. But good one.
Yeah.
Good try. No, it's good. It's good. I know. Squint a little harder. Just squint a little harder. All right.
Yeah, squint harder. Yeah, squint harder. Yeah. I want tears. Come on.
All right. So the first confirmed discovery of an exoplanet occurred in 1992 and was made by a team of astronomers led by Alexander Wolfson and Dale Frail. They discovered 2 exoplanets orbiting a pulsar star known as PSR B1257 plus 12. PSR B1257 plus 12 is a rapidly rotating neutron star or a pulsar located in the constellation Virgo. They used a method which involved measuring the precise timing of a pulsar's radio pulses. Tiny variations were detected in the pulsar's signal caused by the gravitational pull of the orbiting planets. The 2 orbiting exoplanets discovered were named PSR B1257 plus 12b and PSR B1257 plus 12c. Since then,
I'm so grateful
That I
that they
know.
make these very memorable labels so that we can remember them again in conversations with people that
now,
we know.
since then, many exoplanets have been observed, such as by 2 scientists, Michael Mayer and Didier Queloz, who won a Nobel Prize in Physics for the discovery of exoplanets around a sun-like star in 1995, and through NASA missions such as TESS and Kepler, which we've heard of. All right. So, ready for number 7?
there you go. Here
Nice
we go.
one.
Okay, so number 7 is mapping the human genome in 2003. Where did we have this one, guys?
I had this at number 3.
Okay.
That's all God.
Okay.
That's all God.
Okay, Lindsay?
Number 7.
Number 7, 2 for
I
2.
got it. Yeah, I got it.
Very
Yeah, that's it.
good.
Nowhere near your score for my quiz, but yeah, I'll take
It's
it.
all right. It's all right.
I've got some dignity left. Sorry, Lino. Sorry.
I'm gone, man. This is my sequence over here is all out of whack
You're-
now.
It's okay.
Lino,
That's good
you're
to hear about.
smoke on
It's
the
all-
water, Lino.
Now you got that bass thing. You got the riffs in my head now. Oh.
Yep. Go for it, Caroline.
All right. So, the Human Genome Project was a joint international project involving scientists from the United States, the United Kingdom, Japan, Germany, and China. It was started in 1990 and completed in 2003. The sequencing of the entire genome provided a comprehensive map of the genes and genetic variations that make up human DNA. This has enabled scientists to identify genes associated with diseases, understand the genetic basis of traits, and develop personalized medicine approaches. And we can also find out ancestral DNA heritage, which is a fun thing to do if you haven't already done so.
Cool. Hey.
Of course you can. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Yeah.
Yes, it's really
Cheap
cool.
plug to that ancestral
That's
DNA.
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mine pointed to Malta, which wasn't a big surprise. But anyway,
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
I come from Malta.
Which Lino we talked about Lino being a Malta in episode 99. There you go.
There we go.
Here's our connection.
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely was.
All right, number 8 is a really cool one. Okay.
All right.
So-
I'm hoping.
Okay. So we have at number 8 the sequencing of Neanderthal DNA, which happened in 2010.
Oh.
Who had this one at number 8?
I had.
Did anyone?
I had it as 7.
7.
I had
Okay.
7.
Okay, that's okay. Close.
Oh,
I had it as number 9.
Okay.
Number 9.
Close. Very good.
I've had
Very
some
good.
close calls, but just not the.
Very good.
Yep.
Oh, almost there. Almost
All right.
Do we need to bleep that?
there. Sorry, did I say that?
No, that's all right. That was a joke. That's a joke from actually because it's 100th. I'll tell the story really quickly. So
Yeah.
on Raising the Bets at one point, Melanie said that same word, and
Yes.
as a joke, Dom bleeped it, right? It just so happened. Now, Luna had no idea that this happened, right? But in your first episode with us, you did the same thing. So that was a joke we had it bleeped as well. So that was Easter. I'm going to say that was Easter 2020, I think it was.
Funny.
Our
I think
Easter
it was.
episode.
And it sounded worse.
Yeah.
It sounded like I said something really, really
Yeah.
bad.
It sounded like you saw really bad.
Oh, really
We did-
bad.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
this is
stitched you
Catholics
up.
of Oz. It is really,
Yeah. Yeah.
talkback radio. I know. Why is my finger blurry? Oh, okay.
I wonder if you got rid of our clean rating on Apple Podcasts. You know? Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Passwords, Lino, come on.
Anyways,
Go for it, Caroline. Neanderthal DNA sequencing.
Neanderthal
which is
DNA,
really cool.
which I thought was really cool. The first successful sequencing of Neanderthal DNA took place in 2010. In that year, research team led by Svante Pääbo at the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology in Germany published a draft sequence of the Neanderthal genome. The team used DNA extracted from a toe bone of a Neanderthal individual found in the Denisova cave in Siberia. This involved extracting and analyzing ancient DNA from the Neanderthal remains, comparing it to human genome, and reconstructing a significant portion of the Neanderthal genome.
Wow.
Valuable information about the genetic similarities and differences between Neanderthals and modern humans was obtained. The study also determined that some mixture of genes occurred between Neanderthals and modern humans and presented evidence that elements of their genome remain in modern humans, which is mind-blowing, amazing to me
Very.
and super
Yeah.
cool.
Very cool.
Yes.
Yes. Where was that toe bone found again? Sorry.
In Siberia.
Was there
yes.
a jukebox
Siberia.
there as well, or they find? Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how that popped into my head. That's a long time ago.
I don't know. I didn't leave Caroline, so I'm trying not to laugh.
I'm leaving that one there on the
You know,
table.
With
It's
someone,
like- yeah. Put it right next to the mushrooms and let's keep going.
Okay.
Yeah. God, Lito.
I remember if someone calls you
Neanderthal, yeah.
Neanderthal,
To say
and
thank
it's a
you.
compliment. That
Yeah.
that's sort of-
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
I am
part.
I am
Yes,
And
sir.
well done. And you can say well done for knowing what Neanderthals are as well. It's a-
Very smart.
If you want to return the insult, yeah,
That's it.
go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Number 9. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
The first successful landing of a reusable / recyclable rocket booster,
Mm-hmm.
which was in 2015. Where do we have this one, guys?
Lito?
Mm-hmm.
I had this at number 10.
Close.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had these mixed around with Neanderthal DNA, so I had it as number 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right because they're pretty close.
I'm a Neanderthal, clearly. So, yeah, there you are.
Yes. They were very smart. People don't give them enough credit. Anyway.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So, SpaceX successfully relanded a rocket booster in December 2015. The reusable launch system technology was developed for the first stage of the Falcon 9. After stage separation,
Mm-hmm.
the booster flips around and a re-entry burn controls the direction to the landing site, and a landing burn accomplishes the final low-altitude deceleration and touchdown. The program was first announced in 2011. SpaceX first successfully launched and recovered the first stage booster on December 2015. The first reuse of the refurbished booster occurred in March 2017, and then again on June 2017. My number fell off there. Following this, the reflights of the refurbished boosters have now become a routine. And in May 2021, you might remember this, the booster named B1051 became the first booster to launch 10 missions.
Yes.
It'd be used 10 times, which is super
Wow.
cool.
That's mind blowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there we go.
Yep.
Awesome.
And we are hoping
Wow.
at some point now to have a successful Starship launch orbit and return to Earth. The
Looking
first
forward to that one.
They learnt a lot. The first one they had to they had to
Definitely,
exploit it, but
definitely,
hopefully
Wow.
hopefully that will happen
Yes, I'm sure it will.
at some
They
point.
just have
Very
to keep
exciting.
plugging
Yeah.
at it. Yes. Very good.
Yeah. Just yeah.
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 That's it.
Definitely keep on
Yeah.
plugging at it.
All right. Number 10. Okay. the first photograph of a black hole of our black hole in the center of the Milky Way galaxy named
Wow.
Sagittarius A star. Who had this one at number 10?
I did not. I had, for some funny reason, I had it at number 5. I'm thinking,
Okay.
Oh,
whoa. Okay. Did they have the then I look back like, they didn't even have the technology to go to see a black hole that far.
Maybe they did. They didn't say
so-
anything about it.
Yeah, well, true. That's true. That's true.
So I mentioned earlier that I was very, very confident about number 10.
Yeah.
And I remember being very excited about this. And I remember it being fairly recent. So yes, I did
Yes.
get this one about the Milky Way galaxy
Excellent.
black hole. Yeah. Because that was very, very
Cool.
exciting news. Yeah.
It was very exciting news. So the first photograph taken of our black hole was taken by the Event Horizon Telescope and revealed to the world on May 12th, 2022.
That's right.
So the Event Horizon Telescope previously had photographed the event horizon of a black hole of Messier 87 in 2019. So that was the first of any black hole, while also making observations of Sagittarius A star. When it was revealed, it was the first ever photograph taken of a black hole. The Messier images, and we spoke about this in one of our episodes, were easier to put together because it is a much larger, brighter, and more voracious in appetite black hole than Sagittarius A star. The movement of the black hole is slow and a lot of material is consumed, so it creates a bright event horizon. Sagittarius A star, in comparison, has a very small appetite and moves a lot faster than Messier 87, making the event horizon harder to see. So that's why that one came second. And there we go. There's our 10 significant discoveries of the last 100 years in my eyes, plus
Well done. I think
or minus
round of
a
applause.
few
Yeah,
years.
yeah. Well done. Good work. So the final scores today are what? Lino 9, Caroline
None.
8, Lindsay 3. I'm talking about just looking at go across the board.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Sorry. You guys came back like, with
Go
a
back to the
vengeance
previous
on that
quiz.
one.
Yeah. That's all right.
And fun came first, so that's all right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Fun is the winner. Yeah, that's right.
Yay,
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Hooray for fun. Yeah. And everyone's sitting there going, wish I was fun. Yeah. All right.
We
Thanks
all
for that,
wish
Caroline.
that.
That was awesome. That was a bit of fun. So yeah.
That was amazing, Caroline. Thank you very
That
much.
was good.
All right, well,
I enjoyed that. I
let's-
enjoyed putting that together. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Totally makes
All right.
sense.
Let's Science is brought to you by StarQuest Media and is a fortnightly podcast that brings you the scientific wonders of our universe from a distinctly Catholic point of view. For more from Caroline, Lindsay, and friends, listen to the StarQuest show, Catholics of Oz. Find links from today's show at sqpn.com/science and find the Catholics of Oz at sqpn.com/Oz. Be sure to follow the show in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever you can find podcasts, or on the SQPN YouTube channel. The generous donations of our patrons at sqpn.com/give make it possible for us to continue Let's Science and all the shows at StarQuest, which makes our nonprofit mission possible. You can join them by visiting sqpn.com/give. Join us next time for more scientific wonders, and thank you for listening to Let's Science on StarQuest. Here's another show on the StarQuest network you're sure to enjoy. The Secrets of Doctor Who. Find the show wherever fine podcasts are found or at sqpn.com/Doctor Who.